Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support as always. If you're looking for other ways to do so other than the views, which I do appreciate, and the subscriptions here on YouTube, you can check out, is it subscription or follow? I always forget. I think it's a subscription. You can check out the description down below and it will tell you all kinds of other ways you can support. This is a coaching session, and I am going to be an old dog taught by an old dog a new trick. Couple old retired guys driving our Centurion 5.1s, and we had a little discussion. In this case, I said, "All right, Scout, you lead this. You go where you would go. Describe to me what you're doing. And we'll go from there. And I want to see how you're playing, what your decision making is, all that good stuff." So we're in Centurions 5.1s. There's no artillery. We're bottom tier, but only one tier down. We have great gun depression, good turrets. He says we're going Valley. I said, oh boy. But that's not really what this is about, because there are so many ways to win in this game. So many ways to win. And if you make good decisions, whatever the way it is that you pick, it can often go pretty good for you. Now, I still don't really care for the Valley push as the way to go. I feel like this is very defensive, and we discussed that. However, you'll notice that Scout is in a very strong position over there on that rock. I'm coming up here. The Pershing misplays this rock. He just doesn't do a very good job. I kind of want to be where he is, but I don't want to get in his way, so I'm going to stand back a bit right here, try to catch these guys. I don't play here much, so I'm sort of wiggling around trying to figure out where I can use, what terrain I can use. And then I figure, well, let's go up here and see when we take a peek at the JT. And while I've got good gun depression, it's just a little bit tricky to use this right here. I can kind of get where I need to be. I mentioned there's no artillery, so that's a big plus right here. Otherwise, we get bombed constantly. Pershing is about to get killed. He just really plays this position really badly. He needs to be right where I am so he can cover up much easier. The 103 takes a shot and backs out. Valley push, right? We're not really pushing. We're kind of holding. We do have a lot of our power here. I'll just say it one more time. I don't particularly like this. I would rather we go into town. However, if you're going to play this, then let's take a look at how you do it. You don't want to overexpose. This side happens to be better for the Valley push, by the way. The north side has a better time. One of the big reasons is the nice position that Scout has and that I have are much better than these guys have, even though the JT's got his little perch there. So these are much better positions. And you'll notice that the incline is much more gentle right here as opposed to theirs that has to come up a fairly steep incline. They have a much harder time coming up and over and getting shots on us. And so we're almost always looked down on them from where we are as they come up, and that hurts their turret strong points to a large extent. The 103 takes hit. I'm thinking, is he coming? Does he really want some of this? Looks like he wants a shot. He's not looking at me. He's going to come up and get a shot. No. Yep, he is coming. All right, what's he doing? Nope, backing up. So we're just watching him. And this is why I don't particularly like this position. It's very passive in that you're kind of waiting for the enemy team to make a mistake. So I'm actually going to kind of hide myself right here on that rock. He misses. I don't know if he didn't have enough, elevation or what. I go for the track, and then Scout finishes that guy off. So nicely done. A little teamwork right there makes the dream work. The dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Probably need to carry a little bit more APCR in this tank, especially for situations such as this. Again, trying to figure out how I can maybe just get a shot on the JT, and then he just disappears. So I need him to be lit so I can kind of get the gun going on in here and figure this out. Pretty soon here I'll start working on his upper superstructure, but that rock's just right there. It's very tricky. Can't quite get it done. I'm sure people who use this position are kind of shaking their heads right now. It's like, you noob. I'm like, God, well, how do I get this gun down where I need it? I think I need to be a little further back, and then you're just going to get there kind of like, oh, no, not quite there yet. 4502 is now clogging things up. The good news for us in this spot is the city is winning. The problem with this spot is if the city loses, now you're sandwiched, and you don't really have the ability to push into a well-defended valley. So it just becomes a bit of punchy face between these two groups of tanks. You might say, well, somebody has to be there to watch it and keep them from pushing. I would generally agree with that, but I often say don't let that be you. Somebody else will do that. Go where the fight is important. Go to the city, help win there. If the city wins, then push in there. If the valley's losing, then go back and defend your cap. And you can do that from both sides. But if you're going to use this spot, then get someone up here. Get somebody where Scout was. It's nice to have a mill too, by the way. That was a huge advantage for us. I'm trying to figure out how to get a shot on that. I'll just put another little blind one in there. You'll notice I'm about to run out of gold rounds. Some of these blind shots actually went in. And the push from the city's sort of stalling a bit because they've got a pretty good defense. We're up 4,000 hit points. That's good. Put another one that bounced. That was my last gold round, so now I'm going to have to try something a little bit different. Messing around with this. I was really hoping the Progetto or the Su-130 would expose themselves, but they're not doing so. They're hiding out behind those rocks. Give that one more shot. Scout puts one in, and then I'm going after the gun port. A little bit of wonkiness with the Pipper. It's so close to the terrain, it's having a hard time figuring out where it wants to be. That one actually snuck up under the track. Just as he came up, it went exactly where I was aiming, so a little bit of luck there, which I'll take. And then Scout punishes the JT. That is a bummer that you're JT. And I say, Scout, let's go. Let's just surround this 4502. He shoots really slowly. We'll come around here, just get shots on him. Scout's coming in. He ate a shot coming in. I'm trying to get out of his way so we can get by. Sneak one in. Bounced it, and he's wisely going after Scout, but I think he blows this shot. Nope, he actually hits him. Does hit him, but he just doesn't have enough oomph to kill him. Scout pushes him. I'm like, watch out, that 54 is going to get you. I was worried about one of these guys coming around the corner. Maybe he'll peek, but he doesn't. And I know I need to get rid of the 54. He's a one-shot. Side armor will get rid of him. We got 3 kills, 1,621. I think there's a little bit of extra from the blind shots in there. And we're up 3,000 hit points, which is good. I was going to say we're up quite a few guns, but now we're not. Put another shot on him. We're up 1 gun. And now we got a crossfire from these guys. He kind of makes an unwise move, but he really wants to get rid of Scout. He takes a couple hits. I'm able to bounce one of them, it looks like. So that was nice. And evening things up again, even though we're way ahead on hit points. Other than their Su-130, they're all really low hit points, and we got some guys with some pretty good hit points sitting over here. 50 TP looks like he can't push in. The A phase one's got him locked down. I'm not really sure what the char's doing. He's probably on low hit. Nope, he's on good hit points. We did discuss that. I think Scout went to see what he was doing. He was just sort of sitting there staring, looking for his sniper shots. I'm going to see it for a while and see if that Progetto wants to do something unwise. I would really like him to do so. And then the mill's like, hey, support me. And I'm thinking, bro, you should have been supporting me the whole time. Anyway, he starts to push up. We'll see if we can get him stirred up a little bit. He pushes up here, and that Progetto's behind that. I didn't actually realize there was 2 Progettos. He gets a shot on me. I didn't actually realize there were 2 Progettos until about right here. It seemed like Progettos were coming out of the woodwork from every direction, and they kind of were. I'd really like to get this Scorpion dead. Here he comes. Oh, missed him, but the Emil did not. With the old snap-a-lama ding-dang. Let's go peel this Progetto out. Missed him on the way by. Let's see if we can get that shot on him. This thing reloads really nicely. There's one. Watching the Su-130. Kind of surprised he didn't just come around and shoot me, to be honest. We'll get him auto-locked and we'll kill that guy off. And there he is. This is going to hurt. Boom. Now we'll push up. He got lit on fire. It's going to lose some hit points. He clearly is not running a fire extinguisher. Or if he was, he just turned it off. Turned it on. I don't know. Maybe it was a manual and it took a while. But he gets 2 fires for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. We're up 2,700 damage. We get hit by the Progetto. Not a surprise. He was sitting there aimed in. I think a shot comes through here from the A phase 1 and misses me. Yep. So the A phase 1 misses me. That's lucky for me. And finally, we got some guys kind of pushing in to do something. Just shoot him on the way. He gets another one. And we're looking for the A phase 1. Somehow the char died. I'm not really sure how he managed that. And then we've got, I think the rear, it looks like. Nope, maybe the front. Looks like I just got lucky and punched into the lower plate. from that range, even though I was aiming center of mass. 5 kills, I think it was over 3,000 damage. It ends up being my first ace mastery for this tank. I've only played it 20-something times, I believe, 20 or 30. Part of my 100 battle challenge pretty soon. But I wanted to show that, just an example of the Valley Push, and if you're going to do it, that's more or less the way it has to be done. My issue with it, as always, is you're really relying on the town. If you go town, you are relying on the Valley to hold, but not quite as much. The town just seems more important overall for a win. You can get back and defend. It's a little bit harder to peel out of the Valley, but you can get back to the cap and defend if you go Valley. It's just a good example of you can win either way on this map. I think that the town is the higher percentage play overall. However, as always, if you are going to take the lower percentage play, do it right. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in. Should be back from vacation about now and cranking out some new videos. This is the last of the pre-done videos that I had before I went on vacation. So I hope you've been having a good summer, and we'll see you soon on Coffee Talk tomorrow. Later.